lovely Scorpios. This is Debs and this is your reading for April 2025. Scorpio, in meditation, I simply saw and felt the presence of an older man. He had a beard, a grey beard, a walking stick, and he was hunched over. He was wearing a sort of brown tweed suit, very smart, with a waistcoat and a pocket watch. And he moved towards me. He was almost floating on air. He moved towards me and then took his pocket watch out of his pocket and showed it to me. And then he sort of vanished. Scorpio, you may know of someone who's passed. This could be your father, your grandfather even. Whoever this person is watching over you, but there's a very strong message, Scorpio, that it is time. Now, this could be anything. It could be that whoever this is suggesting it's time to leave a cycle behind. It's time to move away from someone or something. It's time to step forward further into the light. If you're a light worker, this could be even a spirit guide who is saying, okay, Scorpio, prepare yourself because we're going to elevate you onto a higher level, okay? Whatever this represents for you, Scorpio, there's a sense that you need to have the courage to detach or to jump forward. Could be both at this time, okay? Archangel Michael saying that's the message. So here we go, guys. Now, this is the Anvil Tarot. I bought this on Etsy. All the decks are listed. If you'd like to join the channel, the link is there too. And if you'd like a private reading, I'm open to accept inquiries. I'm still seeing this man. He's looking wizened. He's staring at me very intently. He's got these round spectacles. He's taking them off and he's peering at me. He's getting really close. He's now putting his spectacles back on. He's motioning to his pocket watch again. He's turning and he's walking back and he's vanishing. Okay. Scorpio, this is someone who is with you in spirit. This is someone who has a very strong message to portray to you. Eight of Swords. The message may be, Scorpio, get out of your head and make a decision, because you could have been sat on the fence for the longest time. It may be whoever this is suggesting to you that you need to somehow break free, step forward, detach, make a move, take action, because you've been keeping yourself stuck. Okay, so Archangel Michael, what do we have for my lovely Scorpios? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is with you at this time. God, I'm feeling such a strong energy coming through, guys. Ooh. Waves of energy running through me. Somebody here is going to feel very, very emotional in the month of April. Scorps, it could even be that something magical happens and you may look back and think, how was that even possible? Or that was sort of 100 in a million chance that that would have worked out. Or I can't believe that this domino effect happened and here I am. It might be 2 or 3 months later in a completely different environment. Yeah. Scorpio, the divine is asking you to step into your true role. I'm hearing one of God's light workers. Okay, this is a call to action, to fully embrace your light worker abilities. For many of you, you are incredibly powerful light workers. You may not have tapped into your abilities to the extent that you could have. The divine is saying now is the time. You are one of God's warriors. Leave worries, cares, doubts, stress behind. Step forward with confidence. You'll be protected. You may find yourself sort of airlifted out of a difficult situation, Scorpio. This might have been a situation that kept you stuck and trapped before. They're going to clear the way. They're going to clear the path. I'm seeing somebody in a cornfield with a scythe. They're going to clear the way, okay? Knight of Cups, yes, because they want you to sit in the energy of love. They also want you, I'm hearing, to extend out into the world and give love. I feel this is the divine asking you to open up to providing emotional support. It could be in the form of mentorship. It could be in the form of teaching. It might be you become a tarot reader. It might be if you have psychic abilities. They want you to use those abilities to help others. I'm also hearing the defender of the light. You're being called to step into warrior energy, Scorpio, to help protect light workers of this world, including yourself, from negative entities by spreading love, support, and knowledge. Scorpio, you may be very knowledgeable. In the past, Judgment. You may have faced some kind of judgment day in the past. It may not have been easy. You may have needed to make a decision about a Sagittarian for some of you. Or the divine was already calling for you to step further into the light, to expand your abilities, but you may have been sat in fear, or you may have simply felt, how am I supposed to do that? It could be that in general, life's day-to-day duties and responsibilities simply took over. After that time, the Page of Pentacles. The divine may have orchestrated some kind of gift. It could be a small miracle occurred, and you might have been very surprised. It may have been the divine's way of saying to you, Scorpio, I am here. You may have asked for something specific. If you were struggling financially, you may have prayed to the divine or gone into meditation and said in your head, I really need help financially. And maybe a few weeks later, a miracle occurred. And you might have looked back and thought, wow, okay, did I manifest that? The divine was expressing their love for you and their presence by giving you something in the immediate past. You may almost have been testing the divine or testing your powers of manifestation, but something occurred which was, I'm hearing from Archangel Michael, a little surreal. Okay. In your thoughts, Scorpio, we have the Hierophant. Wow. Now this looks like, look at that. This looks like the old man that moved towards me. We have a grey beard. We have spectacles. Okay. I'm just looking for a pocket watch. Interesting. There might have been someone in your family who passed, who was a Taurian in particular. But this is a highly spiritual energy, Scorpio. Now, whoever you are out there, if you're thinking, well, Debs, I don't know anyone who's passed, who's an older man, then this could simply be a spirit guide who is moving into your periphery, moving into your second sight to show you the way forward. In the immediate future, Scorpio, the Devil. You're going to have to face a battle. It could, Scorps, be an internal battle. I'm not suggesting you might be tempted to slip into shadow, but there may be something here for you to closely look at. If not, you are facing the devil head on. It could also be, Scorpio, that you need to have a really serious conversation with a Capricorn, okay? In your fears, the Knight of Wands. Fearing moving forward in your intended direction. In the environment, the Three of Pentacles. I'm hearing get to work, get to work, get to work. I feel this is the message from whomever this is. This is his message. Get to work, Scorpio. Shine your light. You have a mission to fulfill. You may be coming across someone, Scorpio, who may have lightworker abilities. You may still not be sure whether or not, I'm hearing this is real, whether or not you can trust this, whether or not this is a message from source, or whether or not this is someone who has the wrong intention. I don't think they do, Scorpio. This is a fellow warrior. This is someone who is saying to you, let's collaborate. Let's collaborate to spread good, to spread love, to spread light in this world. You may be looking at this person suspiciously. I don't know. Let me have a closer look. But I think this is someone, Scorpio, that you're going to meet. And you're going to recognize that this is the person who you're going to be fulfilling your soul mission with. In your hopes, the world, yes, interesting. Hoping to spread light, love, compassion across the world. You're also hoping to end a cycle, I'm hearing, Scorpio, of fear. Fear of the unknown, fear of change, fear of stepping forward further into your mission. Because you know there's going to be a lot of work going forward. It's not going to be easy. The outcome, the Nine of Wands, yeah. You can face anything that comes your way. You're very powerful. There's a lot of light that surrounds you. So even though this may be a challenge, Scorpio, I'm almost seeing these lights here, these candles as orbs surrounding you. You are protected. You're protected. If you can get through this and close out the cycle, there's going to be peace and harmony in your future. Clarification for you, Scorpio, is the Three of Wands. Yeah. You've been standing at life's crossroads. You may have found it difficult to find your calling. You may have found it a challenge to see the path forward. You could be in your 20s, you could be in your 60s. It makes no difference, male or female. The Two of Pentacles, you've been deliberating, Scorpio. Where do I go next? What am I supposed to learn in this lifetime? Where's my path? You may feel lost. Whoever this person is, Scorpio, sat in the Three of Pentacles. This is someone the divine wants you to work with. We have the Hermit. This person could simply be a Virgo. Or this is someone who, up until this point of time, Scorpio, has worked alone. They've worked in isolation. It may be because, as a light worker, they're very sensitive to shadow energy, negative energy. They may feel more comfortable in isolation because it allows them to protect themselves. Seven of Cups. They have been looking at ways of spreading love out into the world. This person may also have more than one light worker ability. So, they may be clairaudient, but they may also be clairvoyant, clairsentient, you know. Underneath the deck, we have the Two of Wands. Very interesting, Scorpio. You may be seeing 222 quite a lot. 2 is about making a decision. 2 relates to choices. We have 3 2s, which is 6. They're asking you to embrace change. 3 2s, to bring balance to your life. Okay? All right, people. So, You are here. You're already kitted out with what you need to defend the light, to help people in need, to spread love with the Knight of Cups. You know that you've been through trials and tribulations that have prepared you, lessons you've had to learn for this work. You've been prepared for this work. Yes. You are now stepping into a very powerful energy of the Magician, Virgo, Scorpio, Gemini. Strength. And you will need a lot of courage to face what lies ahead. You will need courage for what lies ahead. They also want you to hold back from your passion, hold back from anything impulsive. It might take courage. Seven of Wands. Yes, yes. You are the defender, okay? You're standing surrounded by the light of God, looking up into heaven, saying, okay, I accept this mission. I feel by myself. You may be surrounded by chaos and drama and stress, other people's issues, but you're standing strong and you're staring up into the light. Okay, I will embrace this calling. I will do this. In the past, Scorpio, judgment. You were asked by the divine to make a very serious decision. We have an angel here. This is the call from the divine. Okay, Scorpio, we want you to do this. You weren't ready at the time. You might have seen the signs and synchronicities. You didn't take action. Ace of Swords, but you knew the truth. And the truth was, you were being prepared for your soul mission. You were being prepared by Source. After that time, Scorpio, Page of Pentacles, I feel you prayed for something. You wanted something. It could be, please help me get myself out of this tricky situation, right? It could be you couldn't afford to pay a bill. Please, I need a little bit of financial assistance. And it happened with the Page of Pentacles. This was a gift from Source. It's almost as if the divine knew that you were questioning your calling. And so when you tried to manifest something, in your mind you thought, okay, if this manifestation actually comes true for me, I will be prepared to step into my soul mission because I will know that this is definitely a call from the divine. You were almost testing the divine. Yeah, wow. You may have sent up a prayer. You may have manifested on a full moon. You didn't know, Scorpio, whether or not this was going to happen for you, whether or not you'd see the results of your manifestation, but it happened. Yes, it's as if you couldn't believe it. All right. You became more and more confident in your abilities, more and more confident that Source was preparing you. Page of Wands. Good news came in, seemingly out of the blue. And so what you're thinking about now, Scorpio, is the divine. This could be someone who's passed, who is guiding you. This could be a spirit guide. You're thinking very carefully about religion, culture, community, tradition. The law of karma. What else are you thinking about at this point of time? The Six of Cups, your childhood. You're thinking about the past, maybe your upbringing. What else are you thinking about? Three of Swords, that you have been through it. Maybe you had a challenging upbringing. Maybe you've had a series of relationships, Scorpio, that just didn't work out, didn't pan out. So in the immediate future, Scorpio, we have the Devil and the Three of Pentacles. There's a sense of confusion initially in the immediate future. Am I supposed to work with this person? Are they of the light, or are they sat in shadow? Is this some kind of test? Or is this source or my spirit guide putting me in contact with whomever this is? You're studying this person very carefully. At the same time, Scorpio, you could be tempted to slip into shadow. I've got to be honest. This could be one of your final tests before the divine opens you up fully to your abilities in order to concentrate on working in the light. This person, Three of Pentacles, I feel has been working alone, solo, as a light worker for a long time. They may feel by themselves in this. They may feel sometimes as if they're fighting a losing battle, but they're determined to carry on. They may have saved, with the Seven of Cups, 7 souls. They may have spread light to 7 people in their life. With the energy of the Hermit, they're used to working alone. I feel, Scorpio, the divine is now asking you to merge abilities with this person in order for you two to be strong as a team. So Archangel Michael, when do we have the Devil and the Three of Pentacles for Scorpio? Thank you, Michael. I'm hearing the 18th of May. Okay, guys, you may have to wait a month and a bit. 18th of May, Michael's pointing forward. Ooh, okay. Ooh, I felt an uprush of energy. Michael showed me a black room, and then he showed me a very bright light. Scorpio, you are teetering on the edge. You're teetering on the edge. You could very easily slip into shadow, but the divine is wanting you to turn your back and turn in the opposite direction. Jump straight into the light. That's what they want you to do. Let's have a look at this person's energy, Scorpio. The Star. You may be being called to work with someone who may be well known for the work that they do. This is somebody who may have a platform that helps them spread light into the world. Could literally be someone on YouTube. It could be this is a well-known psychic. It could be this is someone who uses social media for good, right? What is this person's energy? 5 of Pentacles. Okay, they have been through it. They have been through the storm. I feel this person here has a guide who has helped them learn their own soul lessons and has guided them onto their true life path, this lightworker path. But this is someone who has faced trauma, deceit, manipulation, poverty, stress, fear, and doubt. But they've kept going. This is somebody who is still standing, and they are forging forward, even though they're on their own. Even though they're on their own, they have guides. But I feel this is someone who works solo. 7 of Swords. Yeah. This is someone who may have been taken advantage of. 5 of Pentacles, 7 of Swords. They may have shifted their life in a new direction with a Chariot to get out of a deceitful situation or away from people sitting in their shadow. This is someone who I'm hearing is highly protected by Source, but this is someone who does attract shadow energy because dark energies, dark entities are keen for this person's soul. Because this is someone very connected to Source. This is someone who is looked after by the Archangels. The closer you get to the light, the more the dark wants to pull you back. They're very self-protective. And with the Page of Swords, Scorpio, this is someone who's had to be quite strong with people that they meet in order that they are not taken advantage of. This is someone who's very compassionate, but they've learned to stand up for themselves because they've had to. So Scorpio, this isn't somebody who is moving towards you to say, hey Scorpio, let's work together. No. If anything, they're going to be very defensive about doing that. But Source wants you to work with this person, not only to expand your lightworker abilities together, but to create a stronger team to spread love out there to the world. This is your mission. But Scorps, this is somebody who's going to be very difficult to get close to because they do not trust. This is someone very suspicious of other people. They've learned to barricade themselves, form a very protective boundary around their life, their environment, because this is someone who has had to cope with a lot of problems in their life due to other people, and they can't deal with it anymore. For them to concentrate on their lightworker abilities, this is someone who's had to sort of fence themselves off from everyone else. It's very interesting energy. So Scorpio, you are teetering on the edge of moving towards this person. You don't know whether or not you truly believe that they are working with the light. You may be very suspicious yourself. You've also got the devil in hot pursuit, Scorpio, running behind you. I feel the divine wants you to turn around and face the devil and use everything within you to have the courage to do that and to simply say no. To simply say no. Yes, yes, yes. The devil is this dark energy behind you, okay, here, who's coming up behind you. This is the dark entity. You are heading towards this person. You are heading towards the person that you are supposed to be working with, who doesn't know that you're on your way, who doesn't know that you're going to be turning up. You're turning your back on this dark entity and you are heading straight to this person. Very interesting. It's as if, okay, I'm saying no to the devil. They've been tempting me. I'm ready for my mission. I'm heading straight to you. What are you saying to this person? The Page of Cups. You're holding up this light to this person, and what you're saying to them is, I've been guided in your direction. I've been guided in your direction. You're still a student of the light, Scorpio, you are. But what you're saying to this person is, I've been called to work in partnership with you somehow, yes. You're going to explain to this person that you have been through your own battles. It hasn't been easy. You're tired, you're weary, you're drained. You may also, Scorpio, have gone through a tower moment that sort of flattened your energy. Something that was unexpected. Something that you didn't expect, Scorpio. This has already happened. Yes, yes, this has already happened because this is you looking at past mistakes. You may have made some mistakes in the past, Scorpio, and the tower came in. It might even have brought a tower moment to your finances. What is the energy between these two, Michael? Yes, the Temperance Angel, the Angel of Balance. What the divine is saying is, Scorpio, temper your shadow, move firmly into the light. And Scorpio, this may just be for one or two people. The majority of Scorpios I know are already firmly sat in the light. Scorpio, this could be across what you're reading, okay? You could be a Scorpio who is wanting someone to fully ascend, fully step into the light. And this is the moment, Scorpio, that this person's going to move towards you. So this could be completely switched, okay? But we have this angel guiding these two people together for their soul mission. What you're hoping, Scorpio, is to somehow change the world pertaining to the work that you do, via the work that you do. There is going to be a final test, Scorps, that you're going to have to endure. I think you will cope with this. You are going to be protected by the light as you move through. I'm hearing this final test. You cope with this final test. What is this final test all about, Michael, please? The Fool. This always makes me feel very uncomfortable, this card. There may be somebody, Scorpio, who whispers in your ear. It could be a temptation. This could be the devil in disguise. They're tempting you, Scorpio, with something that previously you might have gone for. But this is you, but with a 9 of Wands, Scorpio, this is you looking at this entity in the face, and what you're thinking about is, no, if I say yes, I would be stepping into my shadow. It's way too risky. I've gone too far. I'm going to say no. This is the final test. The test could come from an Aries for some of you, but this is someone wearing a false mask. They somehow want you to say yes because it will benefit them. Do we have any information, any more information on this test? Yes. Scorpio, the divine wants you to grab hold of this wheel and move forward into the next cycle, enveloped by the light. Or this wheel, Scorpio, could drag you under. This might be a temptation relating to money, materialism. What would happen if Scorpio says yes to this temptation? There would be drama, mind games, manipulation. It's not worth it, is what I'm hearing. It's not worth it. I don't want to sell my soul to the devil, is what I'm hearing. And I'm sorry, guys, that's a very, very big statement to make, but that's exactly what I'm hearing. I do not want to sell my soul to the devil. I do not want to sabotage the light, my true calling. I'm determined not to sit in ego. Wow, Scorpio. So, what are you going to do, Scorpio? What are you going to do, guys? Yeah. Death to the devil, Scorpio, the death card. You're going to grab hold of that wheel. It's going to pull you up out of a challenging cycle. It's going to change your world. It's going to change everything, Scorpio. 6 of Swords, yes, because you are moving to calmer waters. You're heading away from the chaos, the drama, the conflict, the temptation. You're heading straight into the light. You're going to pass this last test, Scorpio. I'm absolutely certain of it. Yes. You're going to find yourself in the presence of the divine, with your head up to the sun, embracing your soul mission, Scorpio. Beautiful. So guys, this has been a very intense reading. I hope that you found it helpful. I hope it's helped you gain clarity. I'm leaving it there. Take care of you, sending love and light your way, and many blessings. Bye, Scorpio.